So Kenneth, we're here in the magnificent salt room. Can you tell us a little bit about Salt of the Earth and how it benefits somebody that comes in here?
Well, Salt of the Earth is a company I started a couple of years ago. It's actually nearly 3 years ago now. And to give salt therapy to people, and it's very, very basic treatment. It originally comes from Eastern Europe. And what it does is it just cleans and cleanses through the body. You inhale the salt and it goes into the lungs. It breaks down the mucus, allowing the mucus to run free. Then it goes down deep into the spores, allowing them to settle any inflammation or infection down there. Plus two, it can go into the sinuses, breaking down blockages, relieving the sinuses, and as well as that, it cleans and cleanses through the skin.
And where did this originate, Kenneth? Who discovered that this can benefit people?
Well, this originated over in Eastern Europe, and it actually, after the war, a lot of the Polish people had hid out in the caves, salt caves over there, and after the war, and that they discovered that their respiratory systems and their skin and everything was much better. So then doctors over there started to look into it and that, and now it's actually in Russia, if you went to the doctor, you'd be sent to the salt cave before you'd be given a prescription.
So it's a really relaxing and calm atmosphere in the room here. Is that really salt we can see on the walls and on the ground?
Yeah, that's Dead Sea salt, and I can verify it because I put most of it on myself and a friend. It took us 3 weeks to actually cure the salt and put it onto the walls like that and finish the room off.
So Rory, what do you like best about being in the salt room?
Because there's a TV and lots of toys to play with.
So Peter, you're Rory's dad. Why did you bring him here into Salt of the Earth?
There's numerous occasions he was flued up and congested, and we were giving him all sorts of fluids, etc., and it just didn't seem to be working. So we came here and it seemed to decongest him, and it was without any chemicals in his body. It's a natural way to do it, and he felt an awful lot better afterwards.
Alan, Robin has been coming here to the salt room for the past 3 years. Tell us, why did you bring her initially?
Well, Robin has asthma, and when she coughs with it, she coughs pretty bad, especially the cold time of the year, January, February. And what we're finding was, she could spend nights in a row coughing and nothing really would help her. Get to the stage where she'd have to go into hospital. She'd develop chest infections and everything from it. And initially someone suggested this to us. It was actually my brother-in-law who had come back from Australia. Apparently it's big out there, and I did some research on it, and Ken was just after opening this place. So I brought her in and tried her, and when I brought her home that night, she only woke once coughing. Now the night before, or the whole probably 3 or 4 nights previous, she would cough continuously all night without a break. And when I brought her home that night, she only woke once coughing, so I brought her in the next day again, and the next night she didn't wake at all. So right away, it showed me how good it was, and we just find now, when we find it getting bad, we bring her in here, and she hasn't been in hospital since I started bringing her in here yet. It was a pretty regular occurrence before that.
So it must be brilliant for you as a parent to be able to bring Robin in here and she can have a play around and look at telly, and all the while it's really, really benefiting her.
Yeah, it's great. It's completely natural, and the benefits are just clear to be seen for me anyway. It's really, really worked for her, and it keeps her out in the hospital, so I'm happy.
And what does it stop you from doing when you go out?
Coughing.
And you feel really, really good after it?
Yeah.
And if anyone wants more information on the salt rooms here, how can they find out more?
Well, they can get it online. It's on www.saltoftheearth.ie, or we're on Twitter and all the usual Facebook. But the good old telephone is usually the best.